What's good, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys another NBA slate over here on PrizePicks. So we have an 8-game slate over here on Taco Tuesday. If you're unfamiliar with PrizePicks or what Taco Tuesday is, highly recommend coming over to PrizePicks to check it out. If you are a new user and if you use promo code Upstate, you're going to get a free 100% deposit match on your first deposit, all the way up to $100. NBA stuff, they're doing it all the way up until the finals, but mainly for March Madness. I'm sure they're going to be doing a lot of cool promotions, and every Tuesday they do a Taco Tuesday. Donovan Mitchell was the first taco on the board. I'm not sure where he's went. They might be adjusting his line, but you're going to get a discount on a certain player. I mean, let's just look at Bradley Beal, for example. He's at 26.5. If he gets a taco, it might go down to 21.5, 22.5. Just gives you a little bit more of a incentive to take that line. Sometimes they don't always hit, but it's definitely cool to throw them in your lineups, and they have an option to go all the way up to 25x, which will require 6 players, but it's a lot of things that have to swing your way, but you can potentially 25x your money, which is crazy. PrizePicks is the best spot for player props. So we always give you 2 picks. Yesterday we did really well. At one point the Trae Young line was at 4.5, went back down to 4, and then went back up to 4.5. So if you got it at 4.5, he went under, and if you got it at 4, it was a push. But DeAndre Ayton ended up smashing, which was really nice to see. And we're back here for another video. So before we get to the picks, Riaz, talk about the Patreon content.
Yeah, Patreon, $15 a month. Highly recommend checking it out. I'm gonna have me and Dale are both gonna have some March Madness bets out there tonight, along with the NBA picks as well. A ton of stuff going on moving forward. The XFL, or MLB is right around the corner. So if you want picks every single day for NBA, MLB, March Madness, and XFL over the weekends, Patreon is the best place to find it. It's going to be linked in the description below. You can also find it at patreon.com/upstate. Also, I just got an alert. Donovan Mitchell is out, so expect a different taco here in the afternoon for the first taco of the
Yeah,
day.
well, I'm sure they'll give us some sort of notification, and maybe while this video is going on, we'll see the next taco pop up on the screen. So usually we just include the taco in our picks. We usually like it for the most part. Like I said, they're never guaranteed, but usually they're pretty good. But for my first guy, I'm going to stick in the points category. I'm going to go with some guy who's been playing really well. D'Angelo Russell, over 20.5 points. I think this is a line I can see easily getting to 22.5, 23.5 as the weeks go on. He's looked really well in this Lakers offense. Obviously, still no LeBron in this offense, but he has Anthony Davis, and the shot attempts are there. If you look at the shot attempts, especially from deep, 8 attempts and then 11 attempts from deep. That Knicks game was really kind of a coming out party for him when it comes to joining the Lakers. It was a really good game to watch. 28 against Toronto. That's never a tough defense to play against. No matter where they stand in the rankings, they always are a tough team. But like I said, in the past 30 games, his best game so far was against the Knicks. I expect him to be playing with a lot of confidence here. 19 shot attempts total. He shot 68% from the field. I know that's hard to sustain, but I do believe he's going to be putting up maybe 20 plus shot attempts tonight. Not a guy that'll get to the free throw line often, but he can operate in a lot of different ways. The pick and roll looks really nice, and Russell has a lot of confidence. It's a resurgence with the Lakers. He started his career there. Now he's back. Not a lot of pressure on him right now. I feel like he's just really having a nice flow of the game. This New Orleans defense is about middle of the pack and about everything. 15th in points allowed. They're 15th in free throws allowed, 14th in three-pointers allowed. So they're really right in the middle of the pack. He's had good games against them so far this year, and I think he can definitely do it again.
Russell's looked really good coming back after the injury for in his first game back in the Lakers uniform, and we really thought Beasley was going to be the guy that they were going to look to kind of give Anthony Davis a little relief scoring the ball, and we just haven't seen that. So it's really nice that Russell's came back and has looked very well. So love Russell there. I'm going to go back to points and rebounds. With Wendell Carter Jr. The points and rebounds went huge for me last night. I'm going to go right back to that category with somebody who's been playing really well in a great matchup. Here against my Spurs, which the Spurs have looked awful this year. They rank 30th in points allowed. They rank 20th in rebounds allowed and 22nd in center defense. Now with Zach Collins down low playing the big man position with Jakob Portal being traded back to his Toronto Raptors team, we're seeing big men really take advantage of this team. He's coming off a really nice game at 38 points and rebounds combined. Sportsbooks have this right around minus 130. This is definitely a perfect matchup for him. He can score all over the court. When you get a big man that can shoot the three and is definitely not afraid to shoot the three, it really helps out in his points and in a category where you're doing points and rebounds. And his rebounds have looked very good as well. We've seen double digit rebounds in a handful of back to back games so far in his last 5 games. And I know the line at 25.5 seems high, but he can go out there and give you 20 points, 25 points. And when it comes to grabbing double digit rebounds, it almost seems like a given right now, and especially against this Spurs defense. They play small. There's really no fight, no heart in this team, and the Magic are still a young team developing. So he's going to get great run, even if it does somehow turn out into a blowout. He still should see his 30, 35 minutes here tonight.
And you're getting more juice on this line on the over. It's coming at minus 130 on most major sports books compared to what you'd typically get on PrizePicks, which is just a minus 110. So minus 130 on sports books over here looks really good. The fact that there's a lot of money coming in on the over here, this line definitely could get boosted maybe to 26 flat. I don't see it, but it's definitely a value that you like to look for. And that's a really good matchup against the Spurs. I think Wendell Carter is going to have himself a really good game tonight, as well as D'Lo. That's going to be our 2 picks. Punch him in for a 2-pick power if you would like. If you're looking for more picks, check out the description. Go check out the Patreon for $15 a month, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.